Hello, team, and welcome to this project management simulator, which is a key part of your assignment this week. This week's topic is integration management, and there is probably no more important topic to a project manager than integration management. Let's be honest. I think instead of calling us project managers, you could call us integration managers. It's your job. It's what you do. A lot of people, though challenging, can manage singular areas like schedule management. Though challenging, can do it. Or scope management, right? A business analyst can manage that. But your role is to manage them while you integrate all of their pieces and keep them aligned. Now, I want to make this point. Probably the most important part of integration management is what we call the triple constraint. Sometimes it's referred to as the iron triangle, right? And this is an equilateral triangle, a triangle of equal sides, made up of scope, schedule, and cost or budget, right? Scope are really your requirements, schedule is time-bound, and cost is your budget. So imagine them around a triangle, and you could Google the iron triangle and see pictures of it pretty easily. Now, with this, in fact, I may be able to draw it on the slide right here. So the iron triangle would look like this, okay? Picture if I had actually made these lines, oh, that didn't come out, made these lines equilateral, so they're the same, but I don't draw so well. And so you have scope on one side, schedule on the other, and cost here. And your job is to keep them in balance. The thing is, if you change any one of them, if you change cost, say your budget is cut, it will impact the schedule and the scope. You'll have to reduce scope and schedule, and you'll have to decide which scope items are reduced. Okay. If you add schedule to your project, you'll need additional budget, and you'll have to ask what scope or requirements am I accommodating. If you add or cut requirements, it will impact your schedule and of course your budget. So a change in any one of these items will result likely in a change in the other two. That's a key to integration. And so this simulator focuses on that triple constraint, which is, and your role is to integrate it in this game. So notice here you have scope listed by the tasks, which are here, okay? You'll have a schedule, which is going to be 5 weeks long, right? And you'll have a budget listed up here, okay? Now, you'll also have resources. Resources impact your schedule, right? The more people I have, usually the faster I can do something, up to what we call diminishing returns, right? If I keep adding people, I don't keep accelerating because we just get in each other's way, right? But in general, early on, if I add people, I speed up my project. So resources matter. They also impact scope here on the left, right? Because the more skill they have, the easier, the faster, the more accurately they can complete their tasks, right? But people cost money, and the more skills you have, the more money. So your job on this simulator is to assess the people right here, okay? And then plug them in. You'll assign people in these drop-down boxes. Their names will be there. And you'll have to figure out how you can complete this schedule. What you'd want to do is win. Winning means completing the project within the budget or less, okay? Now notice, and then you'll just hit start to play the game, and the line will start moving, okay? Notice also, you do not have to register for this game. You can just play it. If you register, the advantage is you get to see how you compare against people around the world that are playing the game. Some of them are really good at it. It's fun, but you don't have to. When you open up the game online, it's going to come right to this game tab. There are instructions which frankly duplicate what we're doing now, and you do not have to use the discuss tab at all. So that is your intro to it now. Whoops. Now I want to show you what that might look like. Whoops. Let me see. Now I want to show you what that might look like. Whoops. After the game has been played. So here was one game I played. Now I want you to notice something. Well, let me go back up, page up. Whoops, cancel. I don't know why that didn't work for me. Okay. So when I go up here, notice the last thing I want to show you is this dotted line. Whoops. My computer is having, there we go. This dotted line right here. This dotted line. That will move once you click start. Okay? And you'll see the people doing the tasks. So which brings me to my next point. Having hit start and run the game, notice that now my bar is here. And you can see I had picked Jane for the first task. But Jane is slow, but she's low cost. That's going to help my budget. And I'm halfway through and I hit pause right here. I hit the pause button. And it stopped it because now I get a chance to assess. I'm halfway through. Rudy, who I know is slow and expensive, I may want to swap out right here because he's slow and his task should be halfway done right here, according to this $9,000 bar called Retool the Thingamajig. And he's hardly begun. I'm in trouble. And I've got a little extra budget because I'm doing okay so far. So I can pause, I can change the people in midstream. And notice every time you pause or it ends, there will be a note up here. And they're telling you, quick, make sure that you have the staff assigned to every task and they're getting the job done fast enough. Keep an eye on the budget. They're reminding you of that triple constraint. Okay? And when you hit pause, items like this will pop up to give you further insights. It's fun. Okay. Now, let me see if, there we go. Now, here is a game I played where I won, right? You won't win every one of them. And when I've won, notice I was under budget because my budget was $904,000. Notice that Mark was over budget, or the most expensive, right? But that's to be expected. I knew that of him from resource management. And so I only used Mark once, and I used him on the shortest possible task, right? When the game is done, this is a win. Notice I finished on time as well, so on schedule, and of course on scope because all the tasks were completed. The iron triangle was kept intact. Notice it gives you a little display comment up here. You are a winner. You're a great PM. Too easy? Remember that the tasks and resources are generated randomly. Try again for a more challenging project, right? And so what I want you to do is play this game at least 3 times. Even if you win every one, play it at least 3 times. But play it until you've won twice. Do not play it more than 20 times, please. It only takes a minute to play, so it's not challenging. It doesn't take a ton of time. But play it at least 20 times until you get 2 wins. All right, but don't play it. You can play it over 20 all you want, but you don't have to, right? But capture at least 3 of these, and I'd love to see a win. Then make this reference this note, and I want you to address your thought process and why it worked. But if 2 of the posts of the 3 are failures, you didn't win, discuss why the iron triangle didn't achieve its objectives in this simulator. And reference the PMBOK Guide, Edition 7, at least twice in each description, referencing scope baseline, schedule baseline, cost baseline, triple constraint, integration, right? Resources, schedule, right? Etc. Schedule management, cost management, etc. Here's another example of a game where I lost. I did complete all the tasks. I was over budget because it was $834,000 was my budget, and I ended up at $860,000. So I finished my schedule on time, right? I was a little over budget and I completed my tasks, right? And notice the note up here guides me there. Sometimes the staff just doesn't measure up. Congratulations, though. You did finish on time, and sometimes spending more to deliver a high quality fast is best, right? So you can comment on that in your short one-paragraph discussion. So I want you to take a screenshot. I would like you to get at least 2 wins, right? Take a screenshot of that. But even if you have to try at least 2 wins. Otherwise, try at least 20 times. And capture screenshot. Discuss this comment in terms of integration management, referencing the PMBOK Guide. I have provided the PMBOK Guide in a free PDF. Each week I mention that when I list the terms I want you to focus on. Frankly, I want you to open up PMBOK Guide version 7 and do Control F for find. Look up those terms, make notes, digest those. Those relate to the topic. I did the same in integration. So those are on Moodle. Okay, and just as a one final example here, there we go. One final example. Here's one where I wasn't going to finish on time. I was way over budget. It was $855,000. I was at almost $900,000 when I stopped the game. These are the comments so far, right? Or the game was over and I lost. So it just says you lose, right? Go back to the drawing board. It is challenging. Now this one, on purpose, I didn't stop it. I just picked the people and let it run. I was having fun with it, but you can explain that as well, right? Here's another one where you can see, this one talks about staff burnout, right? Even though my budget was good, the way I used the people overworked some of them, and the game ends and I didn't finish the schedule because I'd burned out my staff and they did not complete some of the tasks that were intended. Okay, so a lot of things can happen. Hey, that's project management and integration management. This is exciting. I look forward to your paper. Detailed instructions are online on Moodle for this week. I look forward to your insights, your thoughts. Have fun with this. It only takes a minute. Play with it. Okay, see you guys online.